So I'm going to finish us out today by reminding us all that as long-term investors, it's very important to zoom out and consider long-term performance of the stock market as well as other asset classes. So you may have seen this chart before. We've shared it a lot. It's one of our favorites. What we're looking at in this chart is data going all the way back to 1802. So definitely long term. And what it shows us is if we were to have invested $1 in the stock market, that dollar would have grown to over $2.1 million versus if we had put it in bonds and a few other asset classes that you see there. So it is a huge difference in performance in the stock market when you compare it to these different asset classes. So one of the things we can take away from this chart is that hands down, the best place for us to grow wealth over the long run has been, and we believe will continue to be in the stock market. If you see gold there, we've been getting some questions around gold. It's definitely been in the news a lot recently. It has performed fairly well so far in 2024. But what we've seen historically is number one, not a great place to grow wealth over time. And number two, we tend to see outperformance in gold in fits and starts, but it's not been historically a great place to grow wealth. So stocks really are the place to be over the long run. And the last visual we wanted to share with you is a reminder around where we try to live as your Curo team when we work with you all day in and day out on your financial planning and your investment management. So as you can see here, we have two concentric circles, and where we really try to focus our time and attention is where what matters in your lives and what we can control come together. And as a reminder, the three things that we believe are 100% in our sphere of control and make a big difference to us achieving our financial goals is number one, having and working a financial plan, which we're here to help you with. Number two, the mix of stocks and bonds in your portfolio, or asset allocation is another way to say that. And then number three, and arguably most important and sometimes hardest, is maintaining our emotional centeredness when the world is going crazy around us, when the markets are volatile, or there are geopolitical events, or some other scary piece of news that we hear or that we read, not making short term impulsive decisions that will be detrimental to our long term financial positions. And then, as a reminder, what we can't control as much as we would love to is being able to time the market, the ups and downs of the market or volatility. And lastly, what the heck Congress decides to do from a policy and a tax law change standpoint. Can't control it. We have to deal with it when it comes down the pike.